world proves you wrong.
Every single time.
I'm Pixie, and we're diving back into a world of power, obsession, and characters who don't just make bad decisions, they commit to them.
And I'm No-No, here for the kind of chaos that somehow gets worse and better.
This is Heat Between the Sheets, where legacy isn't just inherited, it's weaponized.
We've got vengeance, loyalty that borders on dangerous, and relationships that push every limit they can find.
Because in this part of the series, love isn't just consuming, it's explosive.
If you haven't read these yet, you might want to stick around. This is where everything really starts to spiral.
Before we step into destruction, obsession, and characters who escalate instead of communicate.
Yeah, we need to get into this first.
This show is for entertainment purposes only. It's strictly 18 and older, and yes, there will be spoilers in this episode.
We'll be talking violence, manipulation, emotional instability, and people who take things way too far.
Content warnings were covered at the beginning of the episode, and you can always find the full list at hbtspodcast.com.
This one's intense, like no breaks, no boundaries intense.
If you can't handle the heat, don't meet the qualifications, or don't want spoilers, this is your one and only chance to step out before everything spirals.
That's obnoxious.
Yeah, but fun.
Still here for the chaos?
As expected. You've been warned. This episode does not believe in restraint.
And for anyone who said, this can't get worse, and kept reading anyway, make sure you've subscribed, you're following us everywhere, and sharing the episode with your fellow chaos readers.
Yeah, girl.
Yeah.
Moving on to our ever famous...
Did you know?
Did you
I wish there was
know?
an echo. We need to get an echo.
Working on it.
Yeah, that would be fun.
There's only so much tech stuff I can handle in a day.
I hear you.
All right, y'all. Did you know that some people can lose the ability to speak without anything physically wrong with them? It's called psychogenetic mutism, sometimes referred to as selective or functional mutism. And it's often triggered by extreme psychological stress or trauma. The vocal cords work, the brain works, but the connection between them basically goes, yeah, we're not doing this today.
Peace out. Yeah.
It's not stubbornness, it's not attitude. It's the nervous system hitting the emergency shutdown button because speaking feels too overwhelming.
I wish I could do that sometimes, actually.
Which is fascinating because society loves to interpret silence as rudeness, defiance, or having a moment. When in reality, the brain is just trying not to collapse entirely. But sure, let's all keep saying, use your words. Like that's helpful. Now let's pivot to something society also handles with incredible grace: sexuality. Asexuality, for example, is a real and recognized orientation where someone experiences little to no sexual attraction. It's estimated that about 1% of the population identifies as asexual.
Yeah.
Not broken, not confused, not waiting for the right person, just not interested.
Yeah. Easy.
Which, for some reason, absolutely baffles people who cannot imagine existing without constant attraction. And gay men? Also not a mystery, a phase, or a plot twist. Sexual orientation is influenced by a combination of biological, genetic, and environmental factors and has been observed across cultures and throughout history. Which means it's not new, not rare, and definitely not something that appears suddenly just to inconvenience other people's expectations. But what is rare? People minding their business about it.
Truth.
Now let's take a hard left into psychosis, because the brain really said, let's explore all the options.
Okay.
A psychotic episode can involve hallucinations, delusions, and a break from reality, often triggered by conditions like schizophrenia, bipolar disorder, severe stress, or trauma.
Yeah.
Hallucinations aren't just seeing things. They can involve hearing voices, feeling sensations, or fully experiencing things that aren't physically present. And the person experiencing it feels real, completely, undeniably real. Which is why telling someone to just snap out of it is about as effective as telling someone with a broken leg to walk it off. The brain isn't glitching for fun. It's overwhelmed, dysregulated, and doing its best to process something it can't stabilize. So when you see characters who are silent, navigating identity, or losing their grip on reality, that's not exaggeration. That's not too much. That's just the part of human psychology people prefer to ignore, because it's a lot easier to judge what you don't understand than it is to admit the brain can break in ways you can't control. And if that makes you uncomfortable, good. It should.
That is a perfect description of what we will talk about in each book. I love it.
Covered all three today because they were so distinctly fucking different.
Yes.
This episode.
Very true.
So,
very true.
Had to cover them all separately.
Yes. Good job.
So, take it away on book one as we are covering, what are we covering today?
We're covering the Legacy of Gods, book 4 through 6 by Rina Kent.
Yes.
So the first one is God of Ruin. Is that over here? I don't know where they're at. Yeah, okay. Got it. God of Ruin. Mia Sokolov has one goal: revenge. Quiet, controlled, and hiding more than she lets anyone see, Mia is determined to make Landon King pay for what he's done to her family. And when she finally gets her chance, she doesn't hold back. The problem? Landon doesn't break. He's brilliant, unpredictable, and just as chaotic as she is, if not worse. What starts as retaliation quickly turns into something far more dangerous when Landon becomes fixated on Mia, drawn to her silence, her fire, and the secret she refuses to share. Because beneath Mia's controlled exterior is a past she can't speak about. And Landon is the kind of man who doesn't stop digging until he uncovers every hidden piece. As their push and pull intensifies, revenge blurs into obsession, and control slips into vulnerability. But in a world built on power, violence, and deeply buried trauma, getting close to the truth comes at a cost. Because Landon King doesn't just ruin people, and Mia might not survive being the one he chooses. All right, here are the main characters. Landon King, brilliant, unhinged, and operating on a completely different moral compass than everyone else. A genius artist with sociopath tendencies, he doesn't just push boundaries, he erases them, then watches what happens next like it's a science experiment. Mia Sokolov, silent but never weak. Mute since childhood, Mia communicates through sign language, sharp expressions, and an even sharper attitude. A goth Barbie with bite, she's snarky, guarded, and far more dangerous than people expect. Maya Sokolov, Mia's identical twin and complete opposite in energy, outgoing, attention-loving, and thriving in the spotlight. Maya balances Mia's darkness with brightness. But don't get it twisted, she's just as protective and will absolutely throw hands for her sister.
All right. Next up, God of Fury. Brandon King has built his entire life on control. Disciplined, reserved, and determined to distance himself from his family's criminal legacy. He keeps his emotions locked down and his world carefully structured. It's how he survives. Then Nikolai Sokolov walks in and destroys all of it. Kolya is chaos incarnate, violent, unpredictable, and completely unfiltered. A mafia heir with nothing to hide and nothing to lose, he doesn't respect boundaries, he hunts them. And once he fixates on Brandon, resistance becomes pointless. What starts as tension quickly spirals into obsession, pulling Brandon into a connection that's as consuming as it is dangerous. The more he tries to hold on to control, the faster it slips through his fingers. Because Kolya doesn't just challenge him, he unravels him. As their worlds collide, control turns into surrender, and fear twists into desire. But in a world built on power, violence, and secrets, love doesn't come without consequences, and falling for the wrong person could cost them everything. God of Fury is a dark male-on-male romance where opposites collide, obsession takes hold, and sometimes the person who ruins you is the one who finally sets you free. Main characters: Brandon King, the perfect twin, controlled, disciplined, and emotionally locked down like it's a full-time job. He's built his entire identity in order to distance, on order and distance, which makes him the perfect target for someone who exists to tear both apart. He's Landon's identical twin. Nikolai, Niko, Kolya, Sokolov. Violence, obsession, and chaos wrapped in one very dangerous man. Unpredictable, intense, and completely unfiltered. Kolya doesn't ask, he takes, and once he decides Brandon is his, there's no negotiation. Clara, Brandon's ex and his carefully constructed illusion of normalcy, beard. Beautiful, composed, and convenient, she plays the role perfectly until the truth starts cracking through the surface. Simon, one of Kolya's former playthings who clearly didn't get the memo that he's former. Flirtatious, bold, and just a little too comfortable stirring the pot, he brings chaos attitude and absolutely zero boundaries, especially when it comes to pushing Kolya's buttons.
Okay.
Here we go.
Moving on. God of War, Book 6. Ava Nash wakes up in a hospital with no memory of the last 2 years and a wedding ring on her finger. The problem? She's married to Eli King, the one man she hates the most. Cold, controlled, and emotionally untouchable, Eli is everything Ava swore she'd never let close again after he shattered her heart. But while she remembers nothing, Eli remembers everything and has no intention of letting her go. As Ava struggles to piece together the truth of what happened between them, she's forced to confront the version of her life, a relationship with Eli that she doesn't even recognize, built on secrets, obsession, and a connection that refuses to fade, even without memory. Eli doesn't beg. He doesn't explain. Okay, finding it. Got it. He keeps, and the deeper Ava digs, the more dangerous the truth becomes, because what happens between them wasn't simple, and forgetting it might have been the only thing protecting her. God of War is dark, emotionally charged romance, where love and control blurs, memories can't be trusted, and the man she fears might be the only one she can't escape. All right, main characters. Eli King. He's cold, calculating, and operating 5 steps ahead of everyone else. You're using your flags. I love it. He doesn't love gently. He strategizes, manipulates, and keeps. If obsession were a personality, it would be Eli in a tailored suit. Ava Nash King. Fierce, emotional, and trying to piece together a life she doesn't remember choosing. Strong-willed and stubborn, she refuses to surrender, even when the man she's fighting for might already own more of her than she realizes. Ariella, Ari Nash, Ava's sister and built-in ride or die, Protective, sharp, and not easily fooled. She's always watching and absolutely ready to step in when things start going sideways. Oliver, the man at the center of Ava and Eli's twisted beginnings. His death isn't just a past event. It's the leverage that forced Ava into a life she never would have chosen on her own. Vance, high school sweetheart who refuses to stay in the past. Persistent, disruptive, and always showing up the worst possible times. He's a reminder of the life Ava could have had. Sam, Eli's housekeeper, cook, and quiet enabler. Loyal, observant, and deeply trusted, she knows far more than she ever says and keeps every secret locked down tight. Leo Henderson, Eli's driver, assistant, and right-hand man. Apparently reading today is going to be a thing. Efficient, discreet, and always kept one step ahead. He's the kind of person who handles problems before anyone even knows they exist. Jem Benneville. Is that how you say it, Benneville? Ava's college friend with an agenda. Polished, ambitious, and absolutely not loyal. She plays both sides while chasing what she really wants. Eli. That was a lot.
That was a lot.
Yeah.
But
What's the but?
we had to cover it.
Okay, yes.
we had
Got
to,
it.
we had to cover those backgrounds of these stories. And I think last episode we didn't have as much to say as I think we will in this episode.
Okay.
I think.
As far as like, we're not getting into the nitty-gritty details of some of this stuff, where this one we're like, let's do it.
We'll have a lot more to say in this episode than we did in the last episode. But I want to circle back really quick because in the last episode was God of Malice, Killian, and you absolutely hate Killian. But without Killian's initial obsession with Glenn, we don't get the crossover relationships, which means no Killian, no connections, no Nico and Brandon. Let that sit. Right?
Okay.
Is that right?
Yeah.
I mean, do you agree?
Yeah.
So we would still, regardless of your distaste for that man,
No, still hate him.
we would still have to have that relationship and that start.
I mean, sure.
It's still
stupid.
with that story. I mean, would maybe there could have been a different story or twist or plot, maybe. Sure. But that relationship is what started the whole kickoff.
Yeah.
I just wanted to bring that forward.
Well, thanks. Thanks for pointing that out, Captain Obvious.
Thank you. Thanks.
I think you're trying to get me to like him.
No.
Never going to happen.
I know you're not going to like him. I just wanted to make sure that we were on the same page. That it's not that we can't eliminate their story.
No,
because it was still a needed story. Regardless,
I think the only one we could probably eliminate would be the second book.
Book 6. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm going to throw that out there right now. Book 6 was the most unneeded book out there.
Disagree, but I really hated Creighton and Anna's story. Like, I hated it.
Yeah, their story felt also slightly disconnected, but book 6 was I felt so far removed from everybody. Literally like they were plucked out of the story.
Yeah, here's the thing. When it starts, because this is the one that I only actually read this time. This is not a reread for me. Because I was so done with the series, I didn't even want to read book 6. But
I'm glad you did.
I did finally. And
because you knew how I felt about book 6.
Yeah. And that's why I was like, okay, then I'm not going to read it. Like, if you hated it, I hated the other ones except for book 5, which has my heart fully.
Yes, I'm dying to hear about your thoughts on book 6, which...
No, book 6, I was like, okay, as it starts off, you're very curious. You're very curious.
Of course you are.
About what the heck is happening right now.
Where did your memories go?
Yeah, like, what? How did you end up with this guy? Married to him? How do you not remember 2 years? What the hell happened? And then as it all plays out, you're like, well, that was just ridiculous.
Yeah. So before we get into...
She and he are ridiculous. Again, main characters that I hate them both. Hate them.
I can go on for days on that book.
Yeah.
So let's go to book 4.
Okay, let's do it.
What book is that? That's God of... I already forgot.
God of Ruin.
God of Ruin. That's Landon.
Okay.
Right? That's my Landon and
The
Mia.
first time I read this book, I hated Landon. You know this.
I was... Yeah, the first...
And you were trying to sell me hard on him.
Well, yeah, because the second time I read it, I was like...
Yeah, the second time I had a different reaction to Landon.
So the first time I read this book, I just liked it. I didn't love it. I didn't hate it. And it wasn't meh. It was just, I liked it. I just genuinely liked it. But when I read it the second time, I loved it. I absolutely loved it. I felt they had a strong emotional core between them. I thought the two of them were the perfect fit for each other.
Agreed.
Because like I struggled with books 1 and 2 with the FMC and MMC character fitting. They were way too opposites.
Yeah.
Way too opposites. And you know me, I prefer strong FMCs.
And Mia definitely is that.
And her also on top of it being a goth Barbie.
Yeah.
Loved it.
Yeah.
So even though she doesn't speak, she has a lot to say. And she uses, and when I just imagine her signing angrily when she's pissed.
Yeah.
And just the visual
That's
of
fun.
that with her ripped dresses and safety pins and chains and black hair, black lipstick, whatever it is. I am dying at the visual of that.
And literally willing to like chop you right in the throat.
Yeah,
like,
and she will literally, and she flips people off left and right. Like this girl does not give a fuck.
Nope.
Absolutely loved Mia's personality.
Yeah.
And she loves, and she's smart.
Yeah.
So smart. So she plays chess all the time. And she had a traumatic childhood event, which caused her to have the psychological break to cause her to stop speaking by choice. And she was kidnapped, and the kidnapper basically said, "You ever tell anyone about me, and I will kill your family in front of you." And that was her break to prevent herself from ever saying anything, stop speaking. And she was like 7.
Yeah,
I think she was 7.
Yeah.
So she's now 19. So she's not been speaking for over a decade.
Yep.
And so she had learned sign language or whatever, and she had gone through therapy, all of the stuff. The family tried so hard, and they never could find the kidnapper, all the good stuff. And Landon was the one in book 2 that had taken Nico, which is Mia's brother, to lure Jeremy to him. And Nico, although Nico sliced his own throat, it was Landon's fault that happened. It's not that Nico, whatever. It was kind of surface. It wasn't like deep or anything. But because of that damage, because of that whole chaos thing, that was Landon's fault in Mia's eyes.
Yep.
She is out for blood.
Yeah.
And Maya is always just the tag along to her, whatever devious things her sister creates. So, she maps out this whole plan to take out the elites, and like with a bomb and stuff, or whatever. Her pig's blood over Landon, because she knows he's like an arrogant, he's kind of like Killian. Yeah. Him and Killian are exactly the same as far as their being psychos. Yeah. And,
being psychos. Yeah.
So he like comes out of his elite party in his mask, like, look at me, everyone.
Yeah, I'm a god.
Bow down to your god, And she knows this about him. And she's very good friends with Landon's identical twin brother, Brandon. So that's how she secured the invitation for her and her sister to this elite party. And Brandon knew she was up to no good, but let it happen anyway. And that's how they got the pig's blood to drop on him like Carrie. Yep. And before she was able to get that to happen, Landon nails her in the bathroom, but doesn't know it's her. Yeah. He just thinks this is hot chick in there that's after him. And he's like, yeah, okay, you want me. And she's just like, get fucked, right?
Yeah.
But she wouldn't speak.
She can't say that because she
you know,
doesn't speak.
and she's not going to sign to him. She's not going to give herself up. So he's thinking, oh, you're playing hard to get. I'm thinking, oh my God, you're such a douche.
Yeah.
He's such a douche. But it was so well written. I just thought it was done so well because she wrote him as such a douchebag.
Yeah. I mean,
So
literally, yes.
So well. And Mia held her ground so strong, executed her plan, and then when her and her sister got back to the heathen's mansion, giggling and laughing, Jeremy's like, what the fuck did you do? Or Nico's like, what did you do? I know you did something. And they're like, we didn't do anything.
Yeah.
And they're like, God damn it.
Yeah.
Like, I know you.
Yeah.
So then it just kind of slowly rolled into Landon figuring out what she had done and then blackmailing her into he had purchased a Victorian home that he's slowly renovating. He's a sculptor, virtually a famous sculptor, and he has artwork that he's doing at this house and it's like falling apart. So he forces her to come to this house.
Be his muse.
Yeah, because he has not been able to successfully do anything that he's proud of. But somehow she's inspired him, and now she's literally what he calls his muse. He's never, ever, ever believed in muses. He's never had a muse. And now she's his muse. And now they play games. She's always trying to escape him. He's chasing her down. And so it rolled into this thing. And now he plays chess with her at this chess club thing. And their relationship, it's a slow burn. Like, I think all of these books are slow burns. But their relationship developed naturally but forced because he forced her into the environment. So one of those forced proximity things. Yeah. Enemies to lovers, forced proximity. But when, Nico finds out and Jeremy finds out and, they want to kill Landon over it, she's kind of like, no, let's not go there. Yeah. Type of a thing, because she eventually develops those feelings for him. So,
hated it when I first read it. Second time, actually liked it.
Yeah.
Because, different lens.
Right.
To me, Landon was redeemable. In fact, he actually kind of turned into, very oddly, a sap over her.
He did. He really did. And
it's kind of amusing watching the douche become a sap. So... yeah, I liked it. And she's just badass all the way through.
I absolutely adored.
The only thing I didn't love was the ending. And when you find out, who the kidnapper was, I was like, girl, you should have got out of that a long time ago. I was kind of disappointed in that. But whatever, yeah.
Yeah.
As far as everything else, yeah.
Yeah, and what I did also like, too, is that the trauma did feel real and it was integrated and purposeful. Made sense. Her silence made sense. It wasn't just aesthetic.
And she forgave her sister way too quickly because, she did find out her sister had something to do with that. So,
yeah, her sister, her
done with you for quite a while. Yeah.
Knowing about who the kidnapper was and was compliant and helping almost in the whole thing. No, I don't care if how close the two of you were. No, that's unforgivable, and that should have...
Bye, Felicia. Yeah.
Yeah, there should... And yeah, that she forgave her way too quickly, way too easily. But yeah, her overall personality and everything was very amazing, and I loved her. She was one of, I think, the strongest FMCs in the entire series.
Easily.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hands down.
And I also liked it that she got her voice back when Landon got shot.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think it shocked her.
Yeah.
Like, whoa. And I think everyone was like, what the hell? Because that's when it all opened for her. And yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was that book.
Okay.
And then book 5. God of Fury. Favorite couple. Yeah?
God, I just love everything about that book. Everything about it. Everything. The whole plot, everything that happened, the two main male characters, we got male and male. Oh, and it was my very first ever male on male read. You guys have to understand, I grew up in a Christian household. Wasn't sure how I was going to feel about actually reading about it. Fucking loved it. Like, you would be shocked how much I loved it. You would be shocked how much I loved them.
Did you say this was your first male on male read? I can't remember. Yeah.
Yep. Very first. So, just loved both of their energies in different ways. Like, this is why Nico is in my fucking Bonds group. He's great. Like, I would need him. I would need him near me to be his unhinged self.
So, the first time I read this, I loved it. Absolutely loved it. Loved it. And I still loved it the second time. But I did find irritation, I think, the second time I read it.
Okay. I just loved it even more. It was great. I was so excited to read it again. I remembered every detail of this book, where the other ones I forgot.
But remember, Nico and Brandon are both characters that are carried over from the previous 4 books. So they're, we know their personalities, we know things about them already. They're just now, this is their spotlight moment, right? This is just, they're the main attraction in this book. So this just brought, I guess, to light, like really spotlighted things about them that irritated me about them as people.
Oh, okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, to you. To me, no.
Yeah.
Nothing was irritating
about their characters.
I want to be a throuple.
Of course you do.
I want to be a throuple.
And I think Nico would be okay with that, but Brandon, no.
Probably not, no.
Because Brandon only goes one way with one person.
But we'd work it out.
Because
I believe in us.
Brandon ultimately decided he's asexual and is only attracted to Nico. That's the only person he's ever been attracted to, where Nico will fuck anything.
Yeah. We got to come up with a throuple name, too, like Jen Biko or something.
I can't with you right now.
Like, I'm already thinking about this. This is going to happen. In my mind, it's happening.
So I'm just going to be talking to the audience while you're over here thinking about your throuple name. So, Nico, through all of the books as a secondary character, his personality carried over the same here. It just became, like, amplified. And
so great.
And he's unhinged and he's bipolar.
He's an unhinged golden retriever, like, insane.
Literally bipolar, though.
Yeah, I love it.
Literally bipolar. So happy-go-lucky one moment, at the drop of the hat, other end of the spectrum. Like, constantly. That drove me nuts. As a secondary character, it's fine because it's not spotlighted. Here in this book, it annoyed me only because they did so much of the breakup and get back together, and it wasn't entirely Nico's fault. A lot of that was Brandon.
Yeah.
But that game for their age and stuff, I don't know, it grated on my nerves.
Okay.
But I do appreciate Nico's persistence. I do. But then all of a sudden...
Jesus, was he persistent?
He was. He would, like, literally show up. He knew, because Brandon was so lived by a structure. Everything. Every day he would get up at this time. He would have coffee, his breakfast. He would go jogging, literally to the minute. And he would take a picture of the skyline at this time and post it on Instagram with the same hashtag. Then go running on the same trail for X amount of hours. Then go back, take a shower, do his painting. He was a painter. Like, his mom was a famous painter. His brother's a sculptor. Him and his sister are painters. Like, that's a thing in their family. And then he would do schoolwork. Like, it was every single day, like a ritual, like, never changed. And so Nico, being the stalker crazy man that he is, knew this pattern. And so he would just show up where he would go running and then just start following him and just start badgering him incessantly with
Yes,
questions
so great.
like, why do you go running at this time? Why do you take that picture? Why do you use that hashtag? And like, without
What's your favorite movie? What's your
Yeah.
favorite color? Like, oh my God.
Without a
please,
breath.
please stalk me like that, Nico.
And Brandon would never answer, would never take out the earbuds, just to kind of ignore him. And Brandon just kept going and going. And this is daily. Like, this was like,
Yeah.
he was okay with it. It was his thing. Like, that was what they did. And he just figured eventually Brandon would break. and eventually he did. But I mean, and then Brandon was like, okay, I'm gonna get my ex-girlfriend Clara to show up. Just to like detour this crazy man. And all it did was piss Nico off, because he knew what was going on. He's, whatever. And then it was just, and then something would happen, some minor thing would happen, and then Nico would get pissed off, and then he'd be like, well, fuck you then. And then they'd break up. And then Brandon would be like, but I kind of really like it when he's there. And then he would grovel back. But then he would be like, but I can't have this in public. And it was so much push and pull. And not necessarily in a bad way, but it was such a repetitive cycle, literally through the entire book. Because they connected early, I felt, in the book. It wasn't like it took forever for them to like meet up. It happened really quick. And Brandon's behavior was just really frustrating, and I get it. It took him a really long time to come to terms with his sexuality and all of that good. I get it, but
I don't find his resistance at all frustrating or not understandable. Maybe that's the word you
and
use.
and maybe it's because his trauma reveal came too late in the book.
Oh,
so maybe if
you were already annoyed at them, like, dude,
so maybe
figure it out.
Maybe if his trauma reveal came a little bit sooner, maybe I wouldn't have been so frustrated so early. I don't know,
because you always knew there was something. There was some trauma that we didn't see, that it kept you interested enough to be like, okay, we got to figure this crap out.
It did. It kept me interested, but I was already frustrated. So if it would have been revealed just a smidge sooner, maybe the frustration would have eased for me. And I didn't dislike the book. It's still one of the best in the series.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Personalities. But I just kind of, that frustration. And again, the first time I read this book, absolutely phenomenal. Gobbled it up. Second time, just different timing. It's a timing thing. And maybe if I read this again next year or whatever, it'll be a totally different thing. I'll either totally hate it or totally worship it. I don't know. But it is a great male on male romance. Abso-freaking-lutely. They are so in love with each other. Like, Nico has no qualms about anyone knowing his sexuality at all. And he was down with it. He's done the threesomes, and his whole people all know about it, and they're cool with it. They're down with it. His family and everything. Brandon, on the other hand, is so reserved and so internalized everything, and didn't share any of his traumas or his issues with his family or whatever. So he internalized everything, and he played the role of, I'm supposed to do X, Y, and Z. So he dated a few people just so he could go through the motions. But he was unhappy doing it. So he avoided it when he had to and made excuses. And he was always busy and whatever. And then he just used Clara as a beard to get Nico away from him, because he was so attracted to Nico, and it confused him. It confused him. It didn't make sense, and he didn't think it was right. Not right for a lot of reasons. One, because he was a freaking heathen, and two, because he was a dude. Like, that's not how it's supposed to work in his mind. And just
when we say that some of these books are so opposite, these two are completely opposite as well. But it so worked for this. For some reason, it so worked.
So Nico, he's kind of like a Creighton, where he's always fighting in the underground fighting ring. He loves the blood and violence. He's unhinged, and very vocal and very social.
Very in your face.
In your face. Brandon, who is Landon's identical twin, is reserved, controlled, quiet.
Always peacemaker.
peacemaker,
Yeah.
sweet,
So great.
the artist, the scholar,
Yeah.
like all of these opposite end of the spectrum things, clean cut, like hates the violence,
Yeah.
absolutely hates going to those underground
Yep.
fight things where his brother goes, hates it. And this is what he's now hooked
Yeah.
up with.
Yeah.
And it's so funny. And it's so funny that you would think that it would have been Nico proposing to Brandon
Yeah.
by the end, and Nico gets all butthurt. Brandon
beat
does
him.
it
Yeah.
first.
Yeah.
So that was cute. That was cute.
They're
So
freaking adorable.
God, they really are an adorable couple once they break
Yeah.
through, and when Brandon finally just accepts it,
Yeah.
then it's like
They're adorable.
then
Yeah.
it's perfect. It's just absolutely
Yeah.
perfect.
Yeah.
I just kind of wish it happened a little bit sooner in the book. Just a little bit. And normally I love all the chaos and the drama and stuff in the books, but for some reason I wanted them to get past all of that chaos a little bit sooner.
Okay.
But overall, I loved it.
Okay.
Absolutely loved it.
Okay.
Absolutely loved it. So, the last book.
Did you hear my side?
I did.
Yeah, sorry.
I did. So this last book, book 6, God of War. Through the entire series, so Eli is older. He's about 10 years older than Ava. And so he's older than virtually all of these other characters. So he's already established in the working world and all of that other stuff, right?
Yeah.
But Ava has, and you'll read it through the series, that when she was younger, a teenager, she was in love with Eli. Absolutely in love with him. And he's kind of like he's slightly a psychopath, a little bit.
Yeah.
He's a little bit emotionless, doesn't believe in feelings, I guess. She expressed these, he knew she had feelings and he didn't care. And, right?
Yeah.
And when she expressed these feelings at her own birthday party to him, he kissed her and then said, fuck off, in essence, to sum it up. This is, I think, her 17th birthday party. And that crushed her. Absolutely crushed her. And from then on out, it was fuck Eli.
He who will not be named.
And
Yeah.
he
Yeah.
who will not be named.
Yeah.
So she avoided him at all costs. Anytime. And of course, because he's Creighton's older brother and still a part of their group, so to speak, he would show up anywhere. But he was also at the same time responsible for her. Like, I think his mom was like a second mom to her type of a thing, like her godmother or something. So he was always tasked with keeping an eye on Ava. Well, Ava had a psychosis diagnosis at a very young age where she would lose time, lose memories. And the family tried therapy, they tried medication, but they didn't want to treat her differently. She was aware of this, and I don't know where, and you don't know really about this at all until book 6, right?
Yeah.
So throughout the entire series, I disliked Ava.
Yep.
Okay, thank you.
Yep.
So you're with me on that.
Yep.
I was not a fan of Ava. She was a party girl, which normally is fine, but she was
A demanding, pampered princess.
thank you.
Yeah.
Perfectly said. Demanding, pampered princess who thought of nobody but herself.
Yep.
So she didn't care about what any of her girlfriends' problems, issues were, whatever. It was always me. Granted, we didn't know what her issues were.
Yeah.
Because that was not revealed or whatever, but still, neither here nor there. She never really worried about it. And she was kind of condescending to like Ceci.
Yeah.
And
Even Glendon, yeah.
Glendon. And
Yeah.
Kind of mean a little bit.
Yeah. Didn't love her.
Not a fan.
Didn't even like her. I'm going to be honest.
Yeah, I was not a fan of her at all. So that's why I was kind of not a big fan of reading this book. But I was intrigued because I knew it was about Eli and Ava. And I'm like, okay, well, she's been calling him he who shall not be named for so many years. And yet all of a sudden, we have a book about them two. So obviously they hook up. How does that happen?
Yeah.
How the hell does that happen? So this book starts out and you are absolutely intrigued. Like we talked about in the beginning of the episode, like it opens up with literally her waking up in a hospital and she's lost 2 years of her memories.
Yep.
And a ring on her finger, and she is married to Eli King. And she's like, not possible. I hate that man. There's no fucking way. And everyone, her sister and everyone showing her wedding photos. And she is like, I don't understand.
Yeah, because you're so confused while you're reading it at this point. Like, maybe she's not married to him. Maybe they're all making it up for some reason.
And you're thinking, what is happening?
But then there's wedding photos, and you're like, so there really was a wedding? Like,
and you're like, okay.
I don't understand.
You're like, okay,
you're so confused.
Piece in these 2 years. What happened in these last 2 years? So, so you get taken back to the house. She has to go. She's released back. Oh, he has complete conservatorship over her. That's the other thing that you're informed in the beginning, and you're like, whoa.
Yeah.
Why?
And the parents are happy about it. Yeah.
Yeah. No one's really happy about them being married. It's like weird.
Yeah.
So
it's confusing.
The whole weird thing about book 6 to the other one is this tone mismatch. There's a total disconnect between this book and the others. I feel.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
So where the other ones have this overlapping time frame, now we're going 2 years ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah. And all these other ones already have established.
This is the only one that doesn't.
And,
this is the only one that doesn't. It's literally disconnected from the rest of the series. Kind of like, did she write? And I never looked at when all of these books were written, but was this one written later or was this purposefully done? I don't know.
Yeah. Or was she not even planning to write this book and then decided, all right, let's do it.
Because to be honest with you, I would have rather had a book about Remy.
Agreed. Yeah. He was a character at least. Yeah.
And someone had told me they heard she was writing one for Remy, but Remy and Ava's sister. But
okay. Oh, Ava's sister's hilarious. Like this book sounds way better than what we got. Yeah.
Yeah. Like Ava's sister has way more personality than effing Ava. So their characters, I didn't feel that they were strong enough to carry the story.
Nope.
At all.
Not interesting either.
Not at all. So Eli, he has no emotion, no feeling. He's extremely cold. He's not supportive. Like, why are we married?
Yeah.
I'm so baffled, right? Even when it's revealed why what happened and why they're married, I'm still confused as to everything that's happening.
Yeah.
All of it.
It just doesn't tie well. It doesn't tie anything up well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so...
Not a fan.
Ava is bratty.
Yep.
She has repetitive behavior and her alcoholism feels forced. That's how I felt about Ava.
Okay.
I felt Eli's control was extreme and his communication was unrealistic.
Okay.
So it was really, I struggle bus both times on the story. So you go through and she doesn't want to be there. She hates living with Eli. She doesn't understand it. She used to be a celloist. And Sam is the housekeeper. And it's kind of like everyone's so cold to her and there's no real love in her life. And that it's and you can see that she is struggling and needing the pieces of that missing time and no one will give it to her.
Yeah. But here's the one thing. Like you're saying she has no real love in her life. But she never facilitated facilitated anything with anyone. Like, besides maybe her sister, even her bond with Cecily, who's like, in her mind, her best friend.
Well,
she was a user.
No, I get that. But I'm just saying, like, if you're married to this man, right? Like,
no, you wouldn't tell her anything.
That's what I'm saying. But
I don't get why. Yeah.
The whole thing is like, you're living in this home and there's no love in the home.
No, in the home.
Like, at all. And this, it's so cold everywhere. That's all you feel. Everything is so clinical, so cold. I don't care how much pink you splatter everywhere. It still feels cold. Like, there's no love anywhere.
None.
Anywhere. Between anyone. Like, Sam, you would think would have some kind of, like, love to some capacity or some care over the fact that this girl is struggling mentally.
Yeah.
And there's nothing.
None. No.
Nothing there. And everyone kept telling him that she needs to be in a facility. She needs to be in a facility. And his response is, I can fix her. What? Yeah. Are you a fucking doctor? No.
She's a god. He knows everything. You know?
What? You work, dude. I don't understand. Just put her ass in a facility.
Yeah.
Not a fan of this book at all.
Okay.
At all. Neither one of them were strong enough to anchor this book.
Okay. I see that. Yeah. I agree. 100%. Did nothing for me. Absolutely nothing.
I think one of my biggest issues with book 6 was the psychosis that she had. It was oversimplified and resolved too quickly.
Thank you. Yes. So it's just something she's been dealing with her whole life, and then she kind of has a break, and then they figure out why, and then she's over it. It's like she's better.
Thank you.
No.
She was in the facility. He finally puts her in the facility.
No.
So...
yeah. It's hard. It's hard to articulate.
It's really hard to articulate.
Yeah.
So she wakes up in the hospital because she had fallen down the stairs at their home when she was having one of her psychosis moments, right? And when she woke up, she had lost 2 years of her life. I'm not even going to get into why they got married. Not even going to go there because that's a whole nother story that had to do...
If you're interested enough, read it.
But it had to do with the death of Oliver.
Yeah.
Okay, and blackmail.
Yeah. Yeah.
Eli blackmailed her.
Yeah.
Okay. Which I thought was a shit form of blackmail. It didn't really make a lot of sense.
It really
to me.
didn't. Not at all.
The fact that she bought into that was weak. That was weak. But her psychosis, as bad as it had gotten, and I really wasn't a big fan of how he cured her alcoholism either. He tied her down.
Yeah. And let her just sweat it out. Yeah.
And like shoved pills and stuff down her throat. Yeah. Like normally I'm all for the bullying and that kind of stuff, but like this was extreme for someone who's literally living with a mental issue.
Yeah.
Like that was kind of beyond the pale. And everyone thought that he did something amazing to cure her alcoholism.
No. Doesn't sound amazing to me. Yeah.
Nobody knows what he did.
Yeah.
And then he avoids her at all costs so he doesn't trigger her psychosis. Then why the fuck are you married to her? If you think your presence is a trigger to her psychosis...
Why'd marry her? Yeah.
No, bro. No. How about you find another form of blackmail for that Oliver death killing thing in front of her, and then let her go live a life somewhere else and let her parents be the conservators like they were before, and you move on to your happy life and let her go do whatever she needs to do. If you so never wanted to like have a family and all the other shit that she wants to have. Like it made zero sense to me.
No.
So then he finally,
Agreed.
when she finally has another episode or whatever, he finally realizes I can't do this on my own, and he puts her in the facility. Right?
Yeah.
And then he like shows that he finally gives the conservatorship back to her parents, gives her the divorce that she wants, and then like lives at the facility every day, like staring at her at the window, like whatever. Reads to her when she's sleeping.
Yeah.
Obviously loves her, like at the end of the book.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was just weird. It was just weird. And then they decide to do whatever treatment it is, the electrotherapy, I think it was. And that cured her.
Yeah.
Like, you didn't think of that treatment 10
way
10 years ago, because that treatment didn't seem like it was new. Like, I don't know. It just seemed oversimplified, and it was resolved too quickly. It was...
Yep. Not a fan. And neither one of the characters was compelling.
Neither, which was so disappointing because even though I never was a fan of Ava through the entire series, Eli was intriguing.
Yeah. And that's the thing, is she started bringing in all these other characters, from book one. Like, at least some of them, most of them, their characters were compelling. It didn't hit the mark with either of these two. Like, you had two non-compelling characters, No. Boo. Bad form.
Yeah, and with all the other books, they were all learning how to, like, exist with each other's damage. But these two weren't.
No.
They weren't even fixing each other.
No.
I don't even know what the hell was happening there. That was odd and disastrous, and I don't even know. I hated that book.
Yes, agreed.
A lot.
So out of the whole series, for me, book 5, absolutely a keeper. Book 4 is getting there for me. I liked it. The rest can suck my
3, 4, and 5.
You're a 3, 4,
1,
5.
3, and 5. 1, 3, 4, and 5. I could do without 2 and 6.
Okay. I could do without all of them except for, if I had it, I would burn 4 too, but I'll let it live for a little bit. The rest?
Oh,
no.
You're funny. Peace. Yeah, if you're going to read this whole series, like, you could stop at book 5, because book 6 literally is a disconnect from the series. There's no intertwining things, but if you're curious, by all means, go for it. If you're just a hardcore Rina Kent fan, read it, but
don't be curious. Let it go.
I've read it twice. I own the special edition of it, and it's not for me.
Yeah.
It's not for me. I don't feel it had a natural ending. I think at the end of God of Fury, we could have had a maybe at their wedding, everyone could have joined in, and it could have just had a nice epilogue ending.
Yeah.
And wrapped it up there.
Yeah.
I think.
Yes.
And maybe Ava and Eli could have met up and reconciled and started dating at their wedding and just called it a day.
Yeah.
I'd have been okay with that.
Or they could have just hated each other and we would have been fine with it.
And that too.
Yeah.
Like, if that's where we wanted to go, either way, I'd have been fine. But I don't think I needed a story about them. If that's the direction we went.
Not at all. Yeah.
Was not a fan. Okay, you ready for our closer?
Yeah.
Okay, so here is our quick disclaimer before we jump into this. He Between the Sheets is not affiliated with, sponsored by, endorsed by, or in any way connected to any artists, musicians, record labels, or music platforms mentioned during this segment. All songs are used purely for commentary, comparison, and entertainment purposes only. All right, here's our game. Legacy of God series soundtrack. Here we go. Concept. You're wrapping up the entire Legacy of God's books 1 through 6. So each book gets one defining character and one song. This becomes the official soundtrack of Chaos. So we're going to choose one character, MMC or an FMC, We're going to assign one song, title, and artist,
Okay.
and give it one quick sentence or reason. So, book 1 is God of Malice, character and song. Book 2, God of Pain, character, song, so on and so forth. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What you got?
Okay. Book 1, God of Malice. I picked Glendon. Gullible Fool by LaRoe. Song about personal growth that comes from realizing you need to protect yourself.
Oh my God.
Gullible Fool.
Oh my God. I did God of Malice, Killian.
Okay.
I did Villain by KDA featuring Madison Beer and Kim Petras.
Okay.
Oh my God. That's freaking funny. All
Well,
right.
it's funny that we went with both. Okay,
Yeah.
so for book 2, I did God of Pain. I did Annika.
Okay.
I did A Sheltered Life by Lou Reed. It offers a different, likely cynical perspective on protected existence. Because I feel like that's what she is. She's just sheltered.
Oh, that's funny. This is great because I did the opposite.
Okay.
I did God of Pain, Creighton.
Okay.
I Found by Amber Run.
I love that song. Have you heard it?
It is good.
Yeah.
And see, the songs that I chose is all about the lyrics in them, the words.
Yeah.
Because the words are
Same.
matching my characters like
Yeah.
spot on.
Yeah.
Okay.
God of Wrath. I chose Jeremy.
Okay.
Paying the Cost to Be the Boss by B.B. King. A blues classic on responsibilities of leadership. I was all perfect.
That's a good one.
Yeah, that was perfect
That is
for him.
great. I chose Jeremy also
Okay.
for God of Wrath, and there was 2 songs I struggled between. War of Hearts by Ruel or Natural by Imagine Dragons.
Okay.
Because he's
Yeah.
natural.
Yeah. I can see it. Yeah.
All right, God of Ruin.
I chose Landon. I chose the song Evil Genius by Bugsy Malone.
Yes.
Focusing on a ruthless, calculating persona.
Yes,
Yeah.
girl, yes. And I chose his counterpart, Mia.
Okay.
And I chose Elastic Heart by Sia.
Oh, that's a good song too.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. All right, God of Fury.
Okay. I chose Nico.
Of course.
And I chose the song Malice, or Manus. It's actually called Man, but it's supposed to be, I put Malice, but by Conan Gray, a popular pop song about a partner who's unpredictable, chaotic, and crazy.
That's funny.
Yeah.
I also chose Nico, and I did I Want to Be Yours by Arctic Monkeys.
Yes, he's crazy. And
All right.
then for book 6, God of War, I chose Eli, and I put Cold Hearted by Paula Abdul, a song describing a manipulative lover. He's a cold-hearted snake who tells lies and plays games.
Perfect.
That's all I thought he was.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I chose Ava, Castle by Halsey.
Yeah.
All right.
And then did you choose the one song for the whole series?
Oh, I didn't.
Oh, you didn't? Okay.
What'd you do?
I did. I chose it's called Fuck Up by Jelly Roll.
That's a good one.
A raw confession of living a destructive, unapologetic life. Fuck up.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good. Do you want to do the next one?
Yeah, what's the next one?
Who do you trust the least?
Like I have to rank all of them? The men? Is that what it?
Yeah, there's 4.
Okay, go.
Okay. So, game 2. Who do you trust the least?
Okay.
So, the concept, everyone is dangerous, but some are worse. How to play. From the following characters, answer least trustworthy overall, most unpredictable, most likely to betray you. And the characters are Landon, Brandon, Nico, and Eli.
So
who's
most likely to betray you? What were
most
the others?
unpredictable,
Most unpredictable.
and least untrustworthy overall.
Okay.
Landon, Brandon, Nico, Eli.
Landon is most likely to betray you.
I said the same thing.
For real.
Yes.
Nico is unpredictable.
Yep, I said the same.
But on the same flip, so is Brandon.
I said the
Yeah,
same thing.
yeah. That's why they work together.
I
And
said
then-
like Nico
Yeah.
and Eli.
Just in a different, and Eli, what was the last one? The
Most
one I did-
trustworthy and least trustworthy overall.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
He gotta go.
That's
yeah.
what I said, 100%. So who would you trust with your life?
Nico.
Oh, I said Brandon.
Okay.
And who were you running from immediately?
I would have said Landon at one point, but now I'm going to say Eli.
I said
yeah.
Eli. I said Eli. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so the real question is, are we in love with them or just surviving them? See you next time.
Bye.